Going to edit the tits out of it.
Subscribe to Gilesy and Steve. Get on it. Come on.
Right, well, everybody, and welcome back to another video on Gilesy and Steve. Yes, we're together for the first time in God knows how long. Middlesbrough on Saturday. It's not a derby, it's a rivalry. That's going to be that. I don't think that argument's ever going to die, is it?
No, not made.
Middlesbrough half 12 kick-off here at the Stadium of Light. Obviously, we'll be there. Looking forward to it. I'm not too keen on early kick-offs, but here you go. Obviously, this is the match preview. In this video, we're going to be discussing, obviously, briefly on the Watford game on Wednesday night. Middlesbrough, how they're doing and the build-up. Obviously, Sunderland, our thoughts on things like that. Before we get on with that, do me a massive favour. Hit that thumbs up and give it a subscribe if you haven't. Me and him love it when you do. We really do. But anyway, score predictions from the last game, Paul. I believe you've got a lengthy list of who got it right.
I have, mate. There's quite a few of them who got it right on this one. I'll leave a certain person out to the end for Stephen to mention. Here's Callum 883, Paul Jacks, Luke Emerson, Alexander Nadelson, John Henzell, Mitchell Ramsey, Andrew Simkes, David Williams, Peter Smith again, and Colin Horton.
Peter Smith, you have took over Hussein as the new time traveller.
He actually has. And there's one other person, Stephen, who you would like to mention.
Liam W. Liam W. There, you've got your name read out, okay? However, you're a cheating bugger because you put 2-0 prediction on his video and a 1-0 prediction on mine. You pick one and you stick with it. People have tried it in the past and haven't gotten past me. Nah. So well done for one of your guesses, but you buggered it up by saying 1-0 on mine.
Right, Steve, before we get on and talk about the Middlesbrough up-and-coming game, we'll talk about the Watford game. Do you know what, right? There's a question I want to ask you. I seen it on... No.
The answer's always 6.
I seen it on Twitter, but I'll get to that in a minute. The thing is with me, I'm absolutely loving watching the team play at the minute. Bar his goal, the way the team celebrated after that, it just showed a team spirit. And all of them rushed out to celebrate with Bar, and they all look, you know, as if they're fighting for the shirt together. And another thing, Stephen, not everybody's position is safe in the team. I think that there's always that quality come off the bench. If anyone gets injured, they're going to struggle to nail down a spot to keep it and call it they're on.
Well, you're saying that Patrick Roberts was prime example.
Exactly.
Patrick Roberts got injured. Bar came in, did a sterling job, and then Roberts didn't get back in the team. Then Bar had enough. Like I wouldn't say a bad game, but he wasn't as effective as what he was against has been against Cardiff. And then Roberts got brought in for the next game, and now Roberts is doing Roberts things.
We're 4th in the league. We've scored 20 goals. We've got 19 points in the process. We'll find ourselves only 6 points off the top 2. And anyway, let's crack back on, Stephen. The question what I wanted to ask you, I seen a certain supporter put this on Twitter, and he was getting a canny bit of interaction, obviously because he was mentioning us.
Hey,
they always do. You know, like the Sunderland, I mean.
Oh, right, I was slagging me off.
No. And anyway, he said, it was like a backhanded compliment at first. He went, Sunderland, I'm scared of them, basically. Then he said that they're a team full of flair players. Then he went, they've got no game plan. And that, I was like, what's he talking about? How can we have no game plan? Surely we got rid of Danny Bart for the simple fact that he doesn't fit our game plans anymore, because we're playing a different style of football.
The only way I could try
I couldn't get it.
The only way I could try and spin that with a positive look, because you know I'm a glass half full kind of guy, is what you come in by that is that Mowbray invites our players to play with freedom.
True.
So he encourages them to do their thing, like get the ball and you just do what you think, make your decisions. Whereas there is some managers where they're very strict and they dictate, right, when you get it, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. But whereas they do play with a bit of freedom. So like, we must be a nightmare to come up against, because you didn't know what we're going to do.
Definitely.
You didn't know what Roberts was going to do, you didn't know what Clark's going to do. We've got flair players like that, whoever that is, person said. That's the only way I can try and spin that onto a positive thing, is we play with freedom.
We do, aye.
So we've got a lot of loose cannons in the team. But they do work together as a team.
Of course. Listen, I've also would like to think Mowbray's got some sort of structure to a game plan when he guns out there before.
I think it's clear to say that he has. I mean, from the way we play out the back. Aye. I mean, one of the highlights for me on Wednesday.
I know what you're going to say.
It was obviously my mate Luke.
You did, sir.
We're there, we'll go, hey, every time we're passing the ball. And then Luke went out of the ball for a little. He was just on the edge of the box, and everyone was going, "Oh!" And then he just seen a gap, and he just ran the length of the pitch. And then he got there, didn't enough fancy. He just went right, yeah,
laid it off, and then got back. Well, to be honest, to be brutally honest, that wasn't the funny thing, but it did involve Luke 09. I don't know if you missed it, but there was a ball that came in across the box.
Oh yes. It was and he just threw himself like a salmon.
It's hilarious. But like I say, do you know what? I'm going to hold my hands up, and from now on, I'm going to give players and the teams plenty of time before I start saying, well, I think we should move this one. Like I'm going to admit it. I said, Luke 09, that's the only position I feel as if we should have a proper centre back there. And listen, the lads come on leaps and bounds every game, Steve.
I never said it. I had his back the whole time.
You did.
No, I fucking never.
I'll get the clip.
Bollocks.
But anyway, do you know what? It was because of the mistake when he made what led to the goal a couple of games ago.
People make mistakes.
I'm not sure exactly.
We're all human.
And he's been absolutely
Luke,
outstanding
he's
for us.
superhuman.
He is. He's mint. When he was slapping their players all over though. Who was he backing up? He was backing up, was it Huggins?
Huggins or Hume, aye.
Aye, Huggins and Hume. Yeah, he's mint. But anyway, that brings us on to Huggins.
Class.
We're seeing the best of him now. He's playing in his natural position.
Well, I said before the start of the season, I said when he comes back from injury, and if we can keep him fit, it'll be like a new signing.
Where did you see him again? You were watching, was it Birmingham?
Birmingham away last season, and he was only supposed to play 60 minutes or something because he still wasn't fully fit, but we were short on players, as we know, last season. And then he played and he was brilliant. And then he played in his natural position right back on Wednesday, and he was just tremendous. I mean, that goal was just fantastic. Apparently he started off his career as a striker.
I heard that.
And then he's worked his way back down the pitch. So he's clearly got the ability with his feet and all that. And the same, like Mowbray said in an interview, he's like elastic. He's like, no, like he's feel like he's the way, like how he gets in and out of players, he kind of like bends in and out of them and things like that.
When you said you were talking about the goal and you went, oh, it was like Messi, he turned into Messi.
Messi-esque.
Well, when I watched it, it was, he looked like Messi. I'm not gonna lie. It was like the way he was dodging in and out of players, and he took that chance.
It took really well.
Top corner, man. It was unreal.
Well, it was barring in, wasn't it? It makes any goal look better.
It was class.
Barring in. And also, just, I mean, I know we've already mentioned it, but Abdullah Bars, have you seen the still photo of his header? See how high he is? Well, I reckon you could stand underneath him.
Another player who I'd like to mention, Stephen, Burstow. Some of our fans are split, Stephen. They're saying that Rushan should get a chance. But for me, I really like Burstow. I rate him. I think he does so much work off the ball. His work rate, it's up there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, look, he's playing well. He's just not. It's the old saying. Well, that's not a saying. Like I've just made it up. But strikers, you expect strikers to score goals.
True.
But we're the highest scorers in the championship, and we haven't had a single striker score for us.
But did it play
so what we're doing is working. Like, see, we've scored more goals than any other team in the championship, and we haven't, like I've just said there, we haven't had a single striker score for us.
Well,
but Burstow is popping up with assists. His work rate off the ball, like you've just said, and he is becoming a good part of the team. Yes, we've got Rushan, who's on the bench coming up, and he came on the other night. He didn't really have long, but he's shown how fast he is, and he will get his chance. There is going to be rotation. That Mayenda's nearly back to full fitness as well.
Can't wait to see
and according to Mowbray, he's going to excite Sunderland fans. So we've got all these options. I don't want to rush Rushan in, because he has just come back from injury. We've only signed him. He's still settling in. I mean, he's still trying to get used to driving on the left-hand side of the road. Don't mind frigging anything else. But did you see his interview?
No.
He did an interview with Roker Report, or sort of one of them anyway. And they were asking him questions. And they asked him about Oshish. And they says, oh, no, Mbappe once said to PSG, you cannot let this player go about Oshish. About he's going to be a brilliant footballer. He says, oh, what do you think about him? He says, you played with him for the under-23s or under-21s, and you got an assist for his goal. And he went, do you say like this and this? He says, oh yeah, he's good, he's doing well. I didn't say no, it's special.
Because he pinched his goal, didn't he? Because he just coming in and lashed it in. Hey, that was funny, lad. I didn't say no, it's special. It just shows the character of him though. Like he's not bothered. But you were saying about Burstow, Stephen, he won the penalty. He was the person that crossed the ball into Job assist bar against Watford. What else did he do?
He got the assist for Clark's goal.
Clark as well.
Burstow's doing his part for the team, and I'm more than happy at watching him. People are going to get a chance. There is going to be rotation.
Stephen, the way we played, the first half wasn't very impressive or very sloppy, like you were saying at half time. And the goal came at the right time for us, in my opinion.
Definitely. We went in with on a positive note at half time. I mean, like I say, I said it in the video on the match day vlog. I counted at least 10 times where we just give the ball away by passing it straight to them. It was some sloppy play. But even though we did that, we were still never really in danger.
In second gear,
I mean, Second half we came out and we just dominated, and then it got to the point where we were taking the piss. You know what I mean? So,
it was like only a football at one point.
We've now won 5 of the last 6. We're playing good football. The fans are loving it. The crowd's getting there. Apparently there's 44,000 sold for tomorrow at the minute. As long as we continue, Mowbray's got us playing good football. There's a buzz around the stadium again, and yeah, let's continue it.
I totally agree with you. Like, I said the goal killed them, not killed them off, but like it must have been sick. Watford were terrible. I'm not going to lie. They were
especially the second half, and they were lucky only to have 1 red card.
You know, I know.
There were some of their tackles and some of they were getting away with it with murder. To be fair, like,
they were terrible.
I mean, it was definitely a red card. You freaking trying to chop them down.
You know. Well, that just talks us on to Borough now, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Right.
Middlesbrough.
Here's the stats early on in the season. Stats. They've won 3, drew 2 and lost 5. They've scored 12, conceded 17, giving them a goal difference of -5. Now, as we know, Middlesbrough have had a bit of a shite start to the season.
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting, not what Paul was expecting either, especially the way they played last season when Carrick came in. But I think the main thing for them was they lost Akpom, or Akinpom as he calls them. And they've lost, I think they had 3 loan players last season who were like 3 of their best players, and then they haven't replaced them or got them in. I mean, like I say, shocking start of the season. However, they've won the last 3 in the league, they've won the last 4 if you include the cup, and they're unbeaten in the last 5.
Like you say, Stephen, they struggled at the beginning. Simply, they struggled to adapt to life without Akinpom, and like you said, Ryan Giles, man, them assists, you cannot replace them. It's so hard, eh? But I think now, like you say, they're starting to find their feet. Unbeaten in 4, including in the cup. It's going to be a tricky game. Like, they get up for this game more than what we did, because we see it as just a rivalry. Where I think they'll see it as a derby.
To us, it's a rivalry. Players, like I say, because they've had a bit of a dodgy start, it's a bit hard to pick on certain players. But the couple that I've noticed is Emmanuel Latte-Lath. He is faster than a fast thing in Fastland. He scored, I think it was in the last game. He's got 2 goals so far, but he's rapid, so we will have to keep an eye on him. Josh Coburn, he's a unit. He's only a young lad, but he is a unit. He's got a goal so far. Samuel Silvera? He's popped up with a few assists, so he's clearly a tricky player who's got decent vision. And you've got Marcus Foss, who we've come up against a few times. He's got a goal and he's got a couple of assists as well. So they are starting to find their feet now this season. Hopefully they'll lose them again for Saturday.
There's one other one, Stephen. Matt Crooks, he got man of the match. I think it might be in the last game.
Yeah.
Matt Crooks, he's a decent player. They've actually, like you see, you've had some good results. Cardiff, they beat them in the recent game. Also Southampton and Watford, who we've just beat.
Yes.
So it's going to be a tricky game, mate.
It always is when it comes up against these. They're always close. There's never any runaway winners in these games.
Like you say, the red card in the last game,
on Saturday.
It was a red card for their player, and Stewart scored, didn't he? When he was running in and they got a red card sent off,
yes,
they beat them 2-0. So it could have been a different game if they didn't go down to 10 men in that game. So it is going to be, like you say, a tough game.
But then, moving on to Sunderland, then, I think we're all pretty much expecting there's been no new injury news.
No.
Pritchard might be available for Saturday after missing the game against Watford. Right, so score predictions, Paul. I'm going to go first this time because you've screwed us over the last 3 times. I'd like to say it's a rivalry. It's going to be a fierce game. Bet anyone can guess what score I'm going to go for.
That kind of.
That's right, I'm going 2-0 Sunderland.
Hey! Yes, I knew that when he sucked in. Well, I'm going for a Sunderland 1-0. Very close, edgy game. I think the atmosphere is going to be banging, but I'm going to go for Sunderland 1-0, mate. Yeah, I think the atmosphere is going to be bouncing. Like I said, 44,000 was the last I heard. Middlesbrough fans will be up for it. Annoyingly, they'll probably just keep that stupid gap up in the thing. But it is what it is. It's modern day football, unfortunately. Game day Saturday, 12:30. Me and Paul will be at the statue from around about 11:30. Aye, about
11:30. I'll be stuffed my face with the bacon cheeseburger because I love them. Come over, have a big crack with us, get on the channel, and hopefully we can get the smoggies done. Send them back down the A19, crying into the what? What are they crying into down there? Into the Palmas. Crying into the Palmas.
Right, that's about it. Hit the thumbs up.
And subscribe if you're new. Oh, we're the lads!